Bloggo's POW!
Time to look at some arcade games that were never converted to any home systems. So here we have Scud Race. It's the first Model 2 racing game and a somewhat tech demo to show how a racing game works on Model 3. So it's very much like Daytona. You've got your courses, one more course than Daytona had. You've got a selection of 4 cars, this time real world cars. And of course your manual and automatic transmission. Now I haven't got the gears set up on my joypad, so we're going auto. But it really is like Daytona. Again, just really I suppose to show people how a Daytona style game would work on a Model 3 board. It's got the traffic indicator, 40 cars to race against, and it really is Daytona. You even got the view buttons like Daytona. Now most Model 3 games weren't converted at all. In fact all of them apart from Virtua Fighter 3, which of course came out on Dreamcast as Virtua Fighter 3 TB, but most Model 3 games came in that period between the Saturn and the Dreamcast, so Saturn wasn't powerful enough to run them, and the Dreamcast came a little too late. So we've got a game here which was lost in time. Of course, being used to playing things like Sega Touring Car and Sega Rally on the on the Saturn at the time, I was blown away by this when I saw this in the arcades. I mean, it really is a very good looking game. It was laid it down Margate on one of the big 4-seater cabinets. Now it's got 4 stages, as we saw in the intro there. This one, the airport stage. Another simpler track which is a aquarium, and a track which is an Aztec temple, and a final track which is a Colosseum based ancient Rome track. So let's skip to another track. So here's the Aztec track. It's a little odd. I suppose it's not that old, but it's pretty strange that some nutcase would build a racing track to go straight through an international monument like this, but hey ho. The 4th course, driving through ancient Rome and the Colosseum, shows the same disregard for World Heritage sites. Oh god, this Dodge Viper's slidey. Now if you do want to play this, like I say, unconverted, you can play it through an emulator called Modeler, which runs Model 3 arcade games. So worth tracking that down. Now the front ends for Windows aren't particularly good, so to get the most out of it, you're going to have to resort to going old school and writing a good old batch file for it to run the command line from. Old school. I'm going to have to do that from MAME. So worth having a bash at. If you do see it in the wild, drop 50p in, have a quick go, play with the steering wheel. Maybe against friends. Right, here's a real unusual one. This is Desert War by Jalico. Gallico? Oh, I don't know. However you pronounce them. Now, This was released in 1995. And instantly I really like this because it really is essentially Jackal with a helicopter. So you have to fly in, capture your POWs while vertically scrolling things. You've got a button to fire, you've got a button to land. And if you land and hit the land button repeatedly, hit the fire button repeatedly, the little men will hurry up. And the little map on the side shows you where they are. Little gun turrets to take out, like you do in Jackal. Sadly, the emulation isn't quite there with this. It's a little bit off. Now, this was released in 1995, so it was a bit late for sort of 16-bit, but looking at the scaling on that, this could have been done really well on the Super Nintendo. Angelico made games for the Super Nintendo, albeit bad ones, but it could have happened, and it might have been good. Let's get that item. Oh, full capacity, I'm sorry. When they say leave no man behind, they weren't thinking like you. But yeah, this is just a shame the emulation isn't all there. Come on, everybody out, quickly! Information regarding Jackal operations. And see, there's a nod to Jackal there. They know it's like Jackal. Mission 2. The target is that van, and it's a top secret van. I'll keep all my power-ups. Oh, there's a target. Now, you can't fly backwards if you've missed somebody. Come on guys, in you get. Music on this, it reminds me of another Jellicoe game, which is EDF. Which I like the music to a lot. EDF's quite an underrated game in the arcades. Again, the Super Nintendo version wasn't particularly good. Let's get after that. Ooh, shite. I was going to say let's get after that truck, but it's escaped. I know I've got hit. I've lost one of my armour. Oh, there it is. Well, there's maybe another one. Let's see if we can offload some guys. Oh, come on, somebody's dropped some bombs on me. Another one. We get more fuel by picking up some more guys. I'm nearly at the end of the stage, and I don't think I've made a quota here. Oh dear, I'm down to one armor hit now. Oh, and it's game over. So yeah, a real unknown one there. Worth checking out. I hope the emulation gets better on that one because it's a really great game. Right, so this is Top Speed. released by Taito. So this uses the Chase HQ engine to, well, it was this engine became the Chase HQ engine, I believe. This was the first of the Taito racing games using this. Obviously, I think they wanted some of that outrun action. And it later became Chase HQ. In fact, the arcade cabinet for this was a big red car sit down, not unlike Outrun, which later had little lights put on the top and new stickers, so they were converted to Chase HQ ones. Now, it might be because of the popularity of Chase HQ, which came so quickly after this, that might be why this didn't actually get a conversion. It's really a surprise because at the time US Gold and Ocean and whoever would license anything by home computer conversion. So let's face it, this never got its conversion or extend play. Oh, crap. Controls are very jittery and the oh, it's just a bit in the road. What was I saying? I was talking about something. I lost the track of thought. Let's have a nitro. Oh, right, straight to the back of that hatchback. This is why they don't let Bloggo drive. Oh, crap. So yeah, an interesting little piece of arcade history, you know, knowing full well what came afterwards. I don't think I'm going to make the next stage, am I? Oh, just about. Oh. It does like. Oh, look. But obviously, my revised hoardings there. Oh, an Operation Wolf one. You seem to get your nitros refilled after each stage, which is quite nice. And being the Shandy Dinkle I am, I'll set it to 5 nitros. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, strange that this didn't get a conversion, and the likes of things like what? I mean, Big Run and Cisco Heat did. I mean, both in my opinion are probably just as good as this, if not worse. Let me make the check those how definitely not now. Worth a quick go of your time. I do like that map as well. Wasn't that far from checkpoint either. Right, next up it's Carrier Air Wing. Now this is the follow-up to Area 88/UN Squadron. So, select plane, we're going to go F-14 because, hey, we're traditionalists. And you receive your mission from Sean Connery's anime cousin. And the target is a B-1 bomber with a weak arse. Select a sub-weapon, and off we go. So the gameplay is UN Squadron. You've got the same way of powering up the main gun, and you've got your secondary weapon, which has a limited amount of use before it runs out. Main difference is the main gun has 3 different types of upgrades. You've got this rapid fire, you've got one more spread, and one that's somewhere in between. I can't help noticing some of these graphics have been reused from UN Squadron. Some of these planes look very, very similar. Now, like the arcade version of UN Squadron, it is 2 players. Unlike the Super Nintendo version, which has only 1 player. But of course, that version has loads of refinements to it over the arcade. This was released about the same time as Street Fighter 2 was released, so that might explain why home conversions weren't thing. Who knows? Maybe Capcom didn't think it was a viable conversion to something. I mean, it could have worked on a Mega Drive or Super Nintendo. It could have really worked on a PlayStation or Saturn. Curiously, it's never been released on any of the Capcom compilations either. Strange, I could understand why UN Squadron against Stroke Area 88 wasn't released on one of these compilations through licensing issues, because obviously Area 88 being a license in itself. But for this not to be released on the compilation is a little bit strange. Of course, we're all aware of the naming convention of Area 88 and UN Squadron. Area 88, the original manga and anime, was about a group of pilots who fought a civil war in the Ravazland. Some of which, including the main character Shinkazama, were illegally drafted. So I don't think that sat too well with Western audiences that hadn't seen anime or read the manga, so it's changed to UN Squadron. So that leads me to believe that maybe the UN actually do employ mercenaries, and it's just a great big cover-up and a conspiracy theory, and I'm going to get my tinfoil hat out in a minute. And of course, the other thing to note is these international terrorists that you fight, they're very, very well armed, aren't they? They've got a lot of hardware there. A lot of hardware. And of course, in a pre-9/11 world, it's absolutely fine to blow giant holes in skyscrapers. Oh, I need a fuel tank. Quite badly. What do we get one for the boss? Ah, yes. Not going well. So there's weapons. Oh, gotcha. Ah, look! It's Fat Albert! Fat Albert's the support plane for the US Navy aerobatics team, the Blue Angels. I'm sure my buddy Greg will get off on that. So again, it's unlikely that you'll see Carrier Air Wing to play in the wild, but it's well supported under emulation. It runs fine on most versions of MAME. If you're running up an Android box or Pi, you're not going to have any problems running this at all. And it's a fun game. Go and have a friend and have a good bash on this. I find it's time well spent. So that was 4 games from the arcades that never made it home. What other games that weren't converted to home systems? Comment below.